Morning.
तो ज्योति जी। आई थिंक जैसे जैसे हम बुक रीड करते जा रहे हैं वैसे वैसे हम अंदर से भी थोड़े खिलते जा रहे हैं ना। आई सी अ लॉट ऑफ शिफ्ट इन द एनर्जीज, है ना। As we are releasing the past, we are letting go of the all the baggages. I think the new and beautiful us is showing up and shining. So on that note, without much ado, I think I'll just do a little centering exercise. So, welcome Megha, Achal. Hi, welcome. Hi, Kiran. And I know many people have. Oh my God, it's so lovely to see you, Megha.
Good morning.
So, a lot of people have promised me that they'll be coming for the book reading session today. And here is Mahi. Hi, Mahi, welcome. Please switch on your camera. So let's see. I'll do a short centering exercise and then we'll begin from where we left last time. Okay. So, what I need you to do is just like sit comfortably, place your feet firmly on the ground. Today, we'll do a little grounding exercise. And just let your body relax. And whenever you feel ready, you can close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. As you inhale and as you exhale, allow your body to relax a little more. Now imagine that there are these big, thick golden roots from the base of your feet going deeper into the ground, connecting yourself to Mother Earth. And the same golden, big, thick roots are feeling all the love, all the nurturing power of Mother Earth, all the support, all the safety, and all the centering. It's bringing it back with it. Imagine these roots are coming back and entering the sole of your feet and going up above your ankles, legs, knees, thighs, your entire buttocks, your hips, your back, your arms, stomach and chest, big thick golden roots going up to your throat, your face, your head, and your crown. And you're wonderfully immersed in this beautiful golden light, the support, the love, the warmth, the peace, the safety of Mother Earth enfolds you now. You're deeply centered and peaceful and alive, and you're safe. And with that awareness, bring yourself back to this time and space. And whenever you feel ready, you can rub your palms together, touch your face and your eyes gently. Give a warm hug to yourself. Tell yourself thank you and you're safe. So with that, welcome back. So what I need you to do is go to chapter number. अच्छा, इससे पहले कि मैं बताऊं, कोई मुझे बताएगा where did we leave last time?
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6, page
We were on
number.
chapter 6 in the middle of it.
Uh, Page number is 57. We have to
57.
start from repeated patterns. Show us
Show
our
us
needs.
our needs. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So I need volunteers to read again today. So whoever is willing, Sonali and Jagruti have done this last
Yeah.
time. So maybe I want any new volunteer to take up, maybe Anshul or Jyoti ji.
Okay.
Anshul
I
is
can read.
nodding her head. No, she doesn't want to. Okay, Jyoti ji, would you like to read?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Can I
great.
start?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Repeated patterns show us our needs. For every habit we have, for every experience we go through over and over, for every pattern we repeat, there is a need within us for it. The need corresponds to some belief we have. If there were not a need, we won't have it, do it, or be it. There is something with us that needs the fat, the poor, relationships, the failures, the cigarettes, the anger, the poverty, the abuse, or whatever there is. That's a problem for us. How many times have we said, I won't ever do that again? Then, before the day is up, we have the piece of cake, smoke the cigarettes, say hateful things to the ones we love, and so on. Then we compound the whole problem by angrily saying to ourselves, oh, you have no willpower, no discipline, you are just weak. This only adds to the load of guilt we already carry. It has nothing to do with willpower or discipline. Whatever we are trying to release in our lives is just a symptom, an outer effect. Trying to eliminate the symptom without working on dissolving the cause is useless. The moment we release our will, power, or discipline, the symptom crops up again. Willingness to release the need. I say to the clients, there must be a need in you for this condition, or you won't have it. Let's go back a step and work on the willingness to release the need. When the need is gone, you will have no desire for the cigarette or the overeating or the negative pattern. One of the first affirmations to use is I am willing to release the need for the resistance or the headache or the constipation or the excess weight or the lack of money or whatever. Say, I am willing to release the need for. If you are resisting at this point, then your other affirmations cannot work. The webs we create around ourselves need to be unwound. If you have ever untangled a ball of string, you know that yanking and pulling only makes it worse. You need to very gently and patiently unravel the knots. Be gentle and patient with yourself as you untangle your own mental knots. Get help if you need it. Above all, love yourself in the process. The willingness to let go of the old is the key. That is the secret. When I say needing the problem, I mean that according to our particular set of thought patterns, we need to have certain outer effects or experiences. Every outer effect is the natural expression of an inner thought pattern. To battle only the outer effect or symptoms is wasted energy and often increases the problem.
ओके एक
Yes.
मिनट जस्ट यहाँ पे पॉज करेंगे what I need you to do is take out your journals and take out your pens. And I need you to complete this sentence in what feels right for you. Where she's saying, I am willing to release the need for dot, dot, dot. So here
Mm.
I need you to fill in the blanks with whatever you feel is your need of whatever problem you think you are having right now. समझ में आया?
Can you explain again? Suppose I get over it. So will I do that?
Jagrati, I think your voice just cracked a bit. Could you say that again, please?
Can explains when you say I'm willing to, and I am getting over weight now. Like I want to reduce my weight. So how would I write up that?
I'm not able to get your voice properly. I think there's some,
Jagriti, just switch off your camera and then speak. Your voice is cracking.
or you can type in the chat. I will read it for you. Okay. Meanwhile, everybody else, you got it? I
Yes.
need you to complete this sentence that I am willing to release the need for. So whatever you think is not serving you. So for example, Louise is given example here, releasing the need for overeating, releasing the need for smoking that cigarette, releasing the need for getting angry or inappropriately expressing your anger, you know. So whatever your need is, just complete the sentence by what feels right for you. Okay, let's take about 30 seconds to do this. Just complete the sentence. I am willing to release the need for dash. Yeah, Mahi.
There's a doubt in this sentence. I mean,
Hmm.
in this context, can I ask?
Yeah.
Like Louis, he says that willingness to release the need, which is the root cause of the repetition in our life,
Yeah.
right? So, but ma'am, another viewpoint to it is that people cannot be a one-man show. Like you are taking this session through this Umang group, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
right? So
I
if
am. Yeah.
right,
Hmm.
though there is no need attached to it or there's no dependency, you yourself are independent, but interdependency is always there. That's why mostly people join hands, they have ventures and all. So suppose if they are having this mentality that I am willing to release the need for any support or any friendship or any collaboration, how can one man show be successful?
See, now you have to see what is it that is serving you. Do you think, because you rightly on in one sentence said that need for collaboration, a need for friendship, a need for
Mhm.
camaraderie, a need for
Right.
community is there.
Mm.
And it's mostly considered as positive because as humans, we like to be with other people. I'm talking about the need which is not serving you, like the need for smoking, like the need for overeating. So these are the needs which perhaps would not serve any human being, right? Uh,
Got it.
so just see what feels right for you and what is the need that you don't want in your life, but it's there and you have created it. Okay,
Okay. Got it.
लिख लिया सबने? Okay, Anjal is done. Anjal, would you like to share what you've written?
Sure, I would share. So I've written the willingness to release the need for eating frequently and also at times overeating.
Overeating, yeah. It could be telling you something more about your emotions, because the eating is the outer effect. The last part, the last paragraph, that every outer effect is the natural expression of an inner thought pattern.
Mm.
Now, we'll do this reflection exercise over the week. We'll also write, I'll send you the journaling prompts about this, and I need you to take this up over the week. ठीक है, as
Sure.
of now, just write releasing the need. अभी आज हम releasing पे we'll do a little more work. Okay. Jyoti ji, should I continue reading?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll take it up from there. Thank you so much. I'm unworthy creates procrastination. If one of my inner belief system or thought pattern is I am unworthy, then one of my outer effects will probably be procrastination. After all, procrastination is one way to keep us from getting where we say we want to go. Most people who procrastinate will spend a lot of time and energy berating themselves for procrastinating. They will call themselves lazy and generally will make themselves out to feel they are bad persons. Resentment of another's good. I had a client who loved attention and usually came to class late so he could create a stir. He had been the baby of 18 children and he came last on the list of getting. As a child, he watched everyone else have while he just longed for his own. Even now, when someone had good fortune, he would not rejoice with them. Instead, he would say, "Oh, I wish I had that," or "Oh, why don't I ever get that?" His resentment of their good was a barrier to his own growth and change. Self worth opens many doors. A client who was 79 came to me. She taught singing, and several of her students were making television commercials. She wanted to do this too, but was afraid. I supported her totally and explained, "There's nobody like you. Just be yourself," I said. "Do it for the fun of it. There are people out there looking for exactly what you have to offer. Let them know you exist." She called several agents and casting directors and said, "I'm a senior citizen and I want to do commercials." In a short time, she had a commercial, and since then, she's never stopped working. I often see her on TV and in magazines. New careers can start at any age, especially when you do it for the fun of it. Self-criticizing is totally missing the mark. It will only intensify the procrastination and laziness. The place to put the mental energy is into releasing the old and creating a new thought pattern. Say, I am willing to release the need to be unworthy. I am worthy of the very best in life, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. As I spend a few days doing this affirmation over and over, my outer effect pattern of procrastination will automatically begin to fade. As I internally create a pattern of self worth, then I no longer have the need to delay my good. Do you see how this could apply to some of the negative patterns or outer effects in your life? Let's stop wasting time and energy putting ourselves down for something we can't help doing. If we have certain inner beliefs, change the beliefs. No matter how you approach it, or what subject matter we are talking about. We are only dealing with thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. When we want to change a condition, we need to say so. I am willing to release the pattern within me that is creating this condition. You can say this to yourself over and over every time you think of your illness or problem. The minute you say it, you are stepping out of the victim class. You are no longer helpless. You are acknowledging your own power. You are saying, I am beginning to understand that I created this. I now take my own power back. I am going to release this old idea and let it go. Self-criticism. I have a client who will eat a pound of butter and everything else she can get hold of when she cannot bear to be with her own negative thoughts. The next day, she will be angry at her body for being heavy. When she was a little girl, she would walk around the family dinner table, finishing off everyone's leftover and eating a whole stick of butter. The family would laugh and think it was cute. It was almost the only approval she got from her family. When you scold yourself, when you berate yourself, when you beat yourself up, who do you think you're treating this way? Almost all of our programming, both negative and positive, was accepted by us by the time we were 3 years old. Listen to this very carefully. Our experiences since then are based upon what we accepted and believed about ourselves and about life at that time. The way we were treated when we were very little is usually the way we treat ourselves now. The person you are scolding is a 3-year-old child within you. If you are a person who gets angry at yourself for being afraid and fearful, think of yourself as being 3 years old. If you had a little 3-year-old child in front of you who was afraid, what would you do? Would you be angry at him? Or would you reach out your arms and comfort the child until he felt safe and at ease? The adults around you, when you were a child, may not have known how to comfort you at that time. Now you are the adult in your life. And if you are not comforting the child within you, then that is very sad indeed. What was done in the past is done, and it is over now. But this is present time, and you now have the opportunity to treat yourself with the way you wish to be treated. A frightened child needs comforting, not scolding. Scolding yourself only makes you more frightened, and there is nowhere to turn. When the child within feels unsafe, it creates a lot of trouble. Remember how it felt to be belittled when you were young. It feels the same way now to that child within. Be kind to yourself. Begin to love and approve of yourself. That's what that little child needs in order to express itself at its highest potential. Okay, so there is a little affirmation treatment here. I will read the words. Thank you, Sonali. I will read the words and just allow these words to really sink in deeply. And then we are going to start with chapter 7. Okay? Are we cool with that? So you can sit comfortably. If you like, you can close your eyes and just really deeply listen to these words. In the infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I see any resistance patterns within me only as something else to release. They have no power over me. I am the power in my world. I flow with the changes taking place in my life as best I can. I approve of myself and the way I am changing. I am doing the best I can. Each day gets easier. I rejoice that I am in the rhythm and flow of my ever changing life. Today is a wonderful day. I choose to make it so. All is well in my world. And so it is. With that, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Okay, so now I hope all of you have your mirror. Did you get your, or if not, then just take a moment and bring it to wherever you're sitting. Take few seconds to just grab it. And if you're out somewhere and you can't access it, then you can use your phones to look at yourself. Okay, so let's begin with chapter 7. Chapter 7, according to me, is like the cream of the book because this has a lot of tools which tells us actually how to do the work and how to release. So most of the times, if you ask me as a Helio Life teacher, I know that there are 4 pillars and releasing is one of them, and it is very important. So we are going to start reading chapter 7. How to change. I cross bridges with joy and with ease. I love how-tos. All the theory in the world is useless unless we know how to apply it and make a change. I have always been a very pragmatic, practical person with a great need to know how to do things. The principles we will be working with at this time are nurturing the willingness to let go, controlling the mind, and learning how forgiveness of self and others releases us. Releasing the need. Sometimes when we try to release a pattern, the whole situation seems to get worse for a while. This is not a bad thing. It is a sign that the situation is beginning to move. Our affirmations are working and we need to keep going. Examples: we are working on increasing prosperity and we lose our wallet. We are working on improving our relationship and we have a fight. We are working on becoming healthy and we catch a cold. We are working on expressing our creative talents and abilities and we get fired. Sometimes the problem moves in a different direction and we begin to see and understand more. For example, let's assume you are trying to give up smoking and you are saying, I'm willing to release the need for cigarettes. As you continue to do this, you notice your relationships becoming more uncomfortable. Now, listen to this, okay? I need you to understand this very clearly. Don't despair. This is a sign of the process working. You might ask yourself a series of questions like, am I willing to give up uncomfortable relationships? Were my cigarettes creating a smoke screen so I wouldn't see how uncomfortable these relationships are? Why am I creating these relationships? You notice the cigarettes are only a symptom and not a cause. Now you are developing insight and understanding that will set you free. You begin to say, I am willing to release the need for uncomfortable relationships. Then you notice the reason you are so uncomfortable is that other people always seem to be criticizing you. Being aware that we always create all of our experiences, you now begin to say, I am willing to release the need to be criticized. You then think about criticism and you realize that as a child, you received a lot of criticism. The little kid inside of you only feels at home when it is being criticized. Your way of hiding from this had been to create a smoke screen. Perhaps you see the next step as affirming, I am willing to forgive. As you continue to do your affirmations, you may find that cigarettes no longer attract you and the people in your life no longer criticize you. Then you know you have released your need. This usually takes a while to work out. If you are gently persistent and are willing to give yourself a few quiet moments each day to reflect on the process of change, you will get the answers. The intelligence within you is the same intelligence that created this entire planet. Trust your inner guidance to reveal to you whatever it is that you need to know. Okay, so are we ready to do the next exercise, which is releasing the need? ठीक है, बहुत important है. In a workshop situation, I would have you to do this exercise with a partner. However, you can do it equally as well using a mirror, a big one if possible. ज्योति जी आपके पीछे एक बड़ा सा मिरर लगा हुआ है ना? So perhaps you can use that. Or if you have a small one, whatever feels right for you. Yeah? Think for a moment. So I'm going to read this slowly and then I'm going to stop at the end of this paragraph. And then I need you to do this exactly the way it is written in the book. Are we cool with that? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah? Okay. So think for a moment about something in your life you want to change. Take a moment. Go to the mirror, look into your own eyes, and say out loud. At this time, I need you to hold the mirror. Yeah, like Mahi did. I need all of you to hold your mirror close to your face. Look deeply into your eyes. And now I'm going to read these sentences and you just repeat it to yourself in your own mind. I now realize that I have created this condition. And I am now willing to release the pattern in my consciousness that is responsible for this condition. I'm going to repeat it 3-4 times. I now realize that I have created this condition. And I am now willing to release the pattern in my consciousness that is responsible for this condition. I now realize that I have created this condition. And I'm now willing to release the pattern in my consciousness that is responsible for this condition. And I need you to repeat out loud if you want. And if there are other people around you, you can simply say it in your mind. One last time, repeat it with me. I now realize that I have created this condition. And I am now willing to release the pattern in my consciousness that is responsible for this condition. Cool? If you were with a partner, I would have your partner tell you if he really thought you meant it. I would want you to convince your partner. Ask yourself if you really mean it. So how many of you said it and felt that they meant it? Show of hands. Yeah. Okay. Ask yourself if you really meant it. Convince yourself in the mirror that this time you are ready to step out of the bondage of the past. At this point, many people get scared because they don't know how to do the releasing. They are afraid to commit themselves until they know all the answers. It's only more resistance. Just pass through it. One of the great things is that we do not have to know how. All we need to do is be willing. The universal intelligence or your subconscious mind will figure out the hows. Every thought you think and every word you speak is being responded to, and the point of power in the moment. And the point of power is in the moment. The thoughts you are thinking and the words you are declaring at this moment are creating your future. Your mind is a tool. You are much more than your mind. You may think your mind is running the show, but that is only because you have trained your mind to think this way. You can also untrain and retrain this tool of yours. Your mind is a tool for you to use it in any way you wish. The way you now use your mind is only a habit, and any habits, can be changed if we want to do so. So, even if we only know it is possible to do so, quiet the chatter in your mind for a moment and really think about the concept. Your mind is a tool. You can choose to use it in any way you wish. Your mind is a tool. You can choose to use any way you wish. The thoughts you choose to think create the experiences you have. If you believe that it is hard or difficult to change a habit or a thought, then your choice of this thought will make it true for you. If you would choose to think, it is becoming easier for me to make changes, then your choice of this thought will make that true for you. Controlling the mind. There is an incredible power and intelligence within you constantly responding to your thoughts and words. As you learn to control your mind by the conscious choice of thoughts, you align yourself with this power. Do not think your mind is in control. You are in control of your mind. You use your mind. You can stop thinking those old thoughts. When your old thinking tries to come back and say, it's so hard to change, take mental control. Say to your mind, I now choose to believe it is becoming easier for me to make changes. You may have to have this conversation with your mind several times for it to acknowledge that you are in control and that what you say goes. The only thing you ever have any control of is your current thought. Your old thoughts are gone. There is nothing you can do about them except live out the experiences they caused. Your current thought, the one you're thinking right now, is totally under your control. Example, if you have a little child who has been allowed to stay up as late as he wishes for a long time, and then you make a decision that you want this child to go to bed at 8 every night, what do you think the first night will be like? The child will rebel against this new rule and may kick and scream and do his best to stay out of bed. If you relent at this time, the child wins and will try to control you forever. However, if you calmly stick to your decision and firmly insist that this is the new bedtime, the rebellion will lessen. In 2 or 3 nights, the new routine will be established. It is the same thing with your mind. Of course, it will rebel at first. It does not want to be retrained, but you are in control. And if you stay focused and firm, in a very short time, the new way of thinking will be established. And you will feel so good to realize that you are not a helpless victim of your own thoughts, but rather a master of your own mind. Exercise, letting go. Now, okay, so what I need you to do is, though Louise is saying that you can keep holding the book, but since I am reading it for you, I want all of you to just keep your book aside for a while I read this entire exercise, and just close your eyes and relax. Okay? As you read this, take a deep breath. As you exhale, allow all the tension to leave your body. You can close your eyes also. Yeah. Let your scalp and your forehead and your face relax. Your head does not need to be tense in order for you to read. Let your tongue and your throat and your shoulders relax. You can hold a book with relaxed arms and hands. So just relax your arms and hands. Do that now. Let your back and your abdomen and your pelvis relax. Let your breathing be at peace as you relax your legs and your feet. Is there a big change in your body since you began the previous paragraph? Notice how much you hold on. If you're doing it with your body, you are doing it with your mind. In this relaxed, comfortable position, say to yourself, I am willing to let go. I release. I let go. I release all tension. Keep breathing normally. I release all fear. I release all anger. I release all guilt. I release all sadness. I let go of all old limitations. I let go and I am at peace. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with the process of life. I am safe. Feel the ease of letting go. Repeat it whenever you feel thoughts of difficulty are coming up. It takes a little patience for the routine to become a part of you. When you put yourself into this peaceful state first, it becomes easy for your affirmations to take hold. You become open and receptive to them. There is no need to struggle or stress or strain. Just relax and think the appropriate thoughts. Yes, it is this easy. Okay, so in the book she's written that go over this exercise 2 to 3 times. So what I need you to do is just mark it with a star or just highlight this whole paragraph. And in your free time, you can also record it in your own voice and play it to yourself. So first, taking yourself through this nice relaxation and then saying these affirmations about releasing. This is very powerful. Okay, so this is my suggestion to you. So next is physical releasing. Sometimes we need to experience a physical letting go. Experiences and emotions can get locked in the body. Screaming in the car with all the windows rolled up can be very releasing if we have been stifling our verbal expression. Beating the bed or kicking pillows is a harmless way to release pent up anger, as is playing tennis or running. A while ago, I had pain in my shoulder for a day or two. I tried to ignore it, but it wouldn't go away. Finally, I sat down and asked myself, what is happening here? What am I feeling? I realized it feels like burning. Burning, that means anger. What are you angry about? I couldn't think of what I was angry about. So I said, well, let's see if we can find out. I put 2 large pillows on the bed and began to hit them with a lot of energy. After about 12 hits, I realized exactly what I was angry about. It was so clear, so I beat the pillows even harder and made some noise and released the emotion from my body. When I got through, I felt much better, and the next day my shoulder was fine. Letting the past hold you back. Many people come to me and say they cannot enjoy today because of something that happened in the past, because they did not do something or do it in a certain way in the past. They cannot live a full life today because they no longer have something they had in the past. They cannot enjoy today because they were hurt in the past. They will not accept love now because something unpleasant happened when they did something once. They are sure it will happen again today. Because they once did something that they are sorry for, they are sure they are bad people forever. Because once someone did something to them, it is now all the other person's fault that their life is not where they wanted to be. Because they became angry over a situation in the past, they will hold on to this self righteousness because of some very old experience where they were treated badly. They will never forgive and forget. Because I did not get invited to the high school prom, I cannot enjoy my life today. Because I did poorly at my first audition, I will be terrified of auditions forever. Because I'm no longer married, I cannot live a full life today. Because I was hurt by a remark once, I will never trust anyone again. Because I stole something once, I must punish myself forever. Because I was poor as a child, I will never get anywhere. What we often refuse to realize is that holding on to the past, no matter what it was or how awful it was, is only hurting us. They really don't care. Usually, they are not even aware. We are only hurting ourselves by refusing to live in this moment to the fullest. The past is over and done and cannot be changed. This is the only moment we can experience. Even when we lament about the past, we are experiencing our memory of it in this moment and losing the real experience of this moment in the process. Okay, so this is the last exercise we are going to do for today. And then if anyone has anything to share, and then we'll close the session. Okay? So exercise, releasing. Let us now clean up the past in our minds. Release the emotional attachment to it. Allow the memories to just be memories. If you think back to what you used to wear in the third grade, usually there is no emotional attachment. It's just a memory. It can be the same for all the past events in our lives. As we let go, we become free to use all of our mental power to enjoy this moment to create a great future. Okay. Now, what I need you to do is go back to your journal and list all the things you are willing to let go of. So, for now, just list about 2 things. Next question is, how willing are you to do this? So maybe you can use a scale on a scale of 1 to 5. How willing? 1 being not willing and 5 being extremely willing. Now notice your reaction. Next question is, what will you have to do to let these things go? If an idea comes to your mind, it's fine. If you don't know, you can simply write, I don't know right now. Once again, just identifying how willing are you to do so. How willing are you to let go? How willing are you to release this? And bringing to your awareness, what is your resistance level? So again, you can use a scale 1 to 5. If you're not resistant at all, then you can say a 5. And if there is certain amount of resistance, then you can give yourself marks based on that, 1 or 2 or 3. Okay. So I'll give you about a minute to write all this and wrap it up, and then I'll open the session for sharing. Mika, the second question is, how willing are you to do this? First is list all the things that you're willing to let go of. Second is, how willing are you to do this? Noticing your reactions. What will you have to do to let these things go? How willing are you to do so? What is your resistance level? About 30 seconds more. And remember, you can go back to your journal and you can write more if you wish. Okay, are we done writing? Great. So anyone would like to share? I know the session was a little heavy today. Mika, would you like to share something? Whatever you've written? Just some bits of it and just a summary.
uh, Things I'm willing to let go of. It's like sometimes when I am in a hectic routine, my daily schedule, like last November has been really hectic for me. And now the December stepped up. So it's like I'm literally tired and so some laziness is there to do things. So I am willing like laziness when I am tired, but still keep the things lazy. Even I know I have to face it up with the things. So I really want to let it go. I have to be in proper schedule irrespective of the things. I think so. I wanted to go that way.
Okay, so your willingness, you want to let go of what you're saying is your tiredness. See, tiredness and laziness are two different things.
इट्स लाइक कि जैसे बहुत हेक्टिक रहा मेरा नवंबर, अब
Hmm.
मुझे दिसंबर के लिए सेम पेस चाहिए, पर वो होता है ना कई बारी, चल छोड़ कल कर लेंगे। तो आई
Hmm.
वांट टू, मतलब कल नहीं करना है, जो अभी करना है वो अभी करना है। तो एट टाइम्स ये फैक्टर मुझे बॉदर करता है। जब मैं
Hmm.
बहुत थक जाती हूँ तो ऐसे लगता है कि चल यार कोई नहीं, टेक इट इजी, कल कर लेंगे। बट फिर बाद में खुद ही परेशान होती हूँ, यार पहले ही कर लेते हैं।
बट वो भी आप ही ने डिसाइड किया कि छोड़ो कल कर लेंगे, और फिर ये भी आप ही
हाँ,
डिसाइड कर रहे हो कि नहीं ये करना चाहिए था,
करना चाहिए,
है ना?
मतलब दिस हैज टू बी दिस वे ओनली। पर मैंने फिर क्यों सोचा कल कर लेंगे, वो लेजीनेस आ जाती है कई बार
हम्म
आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग हेक्टिक शेड्यूल।
हाँ, I just want to make a little comment about what we have read earlier when we were reading the other chapter, I think, chapter number 6. It is self-criticizing is totally missing the mark. Sometimes, it's okay to take that rest. Sometimes maybe your body needs it. And the weather is such, you're in Delhi, right? Yes, the weather is such, the body needs it. So understanding that because you are not a lazy person, you have worked very well last month. It's just that your body now demands something else with the change in weather. Maybe it is a different situation. Maybe you are in a different situation in life right now than you were in November. So just be a little gentle with yourself, will really help. is what I feel. That's my comment in whatever you have shared.
Yeah,
Take it easy. Thank
I'm
you so much.
trying to.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Okay, so anyone else would like to share? And then I'll close the session. It's already 1 p.m.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. So for me, quickly, I mean, what two things I've mentioned is like let go of my temperament because I react spontaneously, and after that, I feel bad about it. And
Mm,
especially with, people who are more what is the right way to use, मतलब मेड हो या कोई हो जो respond नहीं करेगा, they are the easiest prey, right, wherein you react, even for that matter, my own kid, because I know he won't react much. So, and then after that I feel bad about my reaction, so I felt this is something which I need to let go, because then I go through that guilt. So it's
mm,
better that I'm more mindful. And resistance, it's like, I'm very sure about the reason. Very sure about the correction to be happening. So there is no resistance as such. So it's 5 on 5. And the next one would be to be let go of anxiousness. Everything has its own time. It takes time. Anything cannot be fast. So it should not. I mean, that is something which I need to work on. Resistance, again, it's like 5. Um, and you also mentioned, right, the reasons why it can be solved. So for me, it would be more mindful about my action. I think if I'm more mindful, my reaction would be, won't be spontaneous. I would take time and then react, which would help me to deal with these two factors that way. So that is what I wanted to share.
Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so now I'm going to read the affirmation treatment from chapter 7. Is that okay? And with that, I will close the session. Okay, so what I need you to do is just again relax. And allow the words to sink deeply into your heart. In the infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. Change is the natural law of my life. I welcome change. I am willing to change. I choose to change my thinking. I choose to change the words I use. I move from the old to the new with ease and with joy. It is easier for me to forgive than I thought. Forgiving makes me feel free and light. It is with joy that I learn to love myself more and more. The more resentment I release, the more love I have to express. Changing my thoughts make me feel good. I am learning to choose to make today a pleasure to experience. All is well in my world. And so it is. So with that, I need you, all of you, to unmute yourself and tell me how are you feeling now, just in one word. Sonali, let's start with you. I haven't heard you.
Beautiful. The affirmations in this book are absolutely amazing. I always read them, always come back to them. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Feeling nice.
Anchal, how are you feeling?
I feel like saying amen.
You feel like?
Saying amen. I mean, you
Amen.
said the
Yeah.
affirmations, no? So I feel like saying amen.
And so it is. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Jyoti ji, yes, coming to you.
Yes, I'm feeling fine, nice. Uh,
Nice.
Yes. Compose.
Jagrati.
Peaceful, quiet, blissful.
Peaceful, quiet, blissful. You're also looking very reflective to me right now. I think you're already in that reflection mode, Hannah. Kiran, would you like to share how are you feeling right now?
Relaxed.
Thank you for sharing. Relaxed. Yes, Megha.
Honestly, I'm feeling like अभी कितना कुछ सीखना है.
This is a good beginning point, Hannah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, Devi.
I'm feeling much lighter, and there's a smile on my face.
Wonderful. Lighter. Great. Okay. So with that note, I'm going to close the session today. I will see you next Saturday again. Same day, same time. You have a date with me and you have a date with Louise. So don't forget. And do attempt all the journaling prompts and all the questions which I shared in the group. So that will help you with the, it will reveal a lot about yourself. That's my idea, to post those questions that you get to reflect. Okay, and stay in touch and do read the things which we have already read. So maybe today you can attempt to read chapter 6 and chapter 7 again. And then next week we'll take up rest of chapter 7. So thank you so much for showing up, each one of you. It means a lot. Thank you. And have a great
Thank you so
weekend.
much for the session. Thanks a lot for your
Thank
time
you.
too.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Priya.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Priya.
Thank you, Priya.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.